All right, here we are, a few hours into what I thought was going to be a pretty quick job. This is my grill for the 66. It's a used one that I bought off eBay, aluminum grill. Original grill on the truck was aluminum as well, and liked the look, wanted to stick with it. And I didn't want a brand new grill because nothing else on the truck trim-wise is new. I wanted everything to kind of match. That being said, this grill actually came with the lamp brace bracket or grill bracket, whatever you want to call it. And I forgot. So when I ordered all my new stuff, I went ahead and ordered new ones. So naturally, I already bought new ones, and I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and put the new ones on. So that's what I did. Problem was, I think I got a few left. Original hardware is what was on there, and I'm assuming this has been on there since 1966. This is the only one that I was able to remove. The rest of them were seized up completely. They had to be drilled out and or cut off with my multi-tool. Got all new hardware. Everything's done. Repainted the brace. The brace was really rusted. Got the new buckets in. Adjusters, got the spring. Everything's cool there. Got some old bezels that came off the truck that I'm still going to use. New headlight harness. Some more goodies. This all came from LMC. And then this stuff came from Summit. These are LED taillights. These are sequential, which is pretty cool. So got those. One of the problems that my dad discovered with these old trucks too is the turn signals. Of course, they're mounted on the hood, right? Every time you slam the hood down, the filament in some of these bulbs break. So I went ahead and got LEDs on these, so that won't be a problem. And then going with the LEDs, you have to have a different kind of flasher, so it's the LED flasher. So that all came from Summit. The cool thing that I ended up getting that was a little pricey are these Holley Retrobrights. While I do enjoy the old school look of kind of the dull dim headlights that these old trucks have, got the Holley logo on it. These are, I don't remember, they're the bright ones, they're not dim, or they have like this kind of an antique look. These are the 5700K, and they have the Morimoto bulb in it. These bulbs can be replaced. The whole back is a heat sink. Looks like they're put together really well, and these should be plug and play, and everything I've read said that the brights work, so low beams and brights. I say all that to say this: the reason why we're doing the grill now is with the dakotadigital in. It's time. It's a good time for me to start looking at the electrical system on the truck, making sure we're good to go. Everything on the engine is going to be standalone, separate, the way the harness is and stuff. So before I put carpet in, before I put a seat in, before I really limit my access of me getting underneath the dash, because the seat kind of takes up a lot of room, I want to make sure turn signals, brake lights, headlights, brights, running lights, I want to make sure all that works. All I got left now is I'm just going to put the headlights in with the trim ring, which I have these here, stainless steel trim rings. I bought these new. I guess I could probably find some used ones, but anyway. Stainless steel trim ring, and then the headlight bezel themselves. And this will be ready to mount. And we're going to mount it up here in a little bit too on the truck. Go ahead and get it mounted, get it out of the way. That way it doesn't get damaged any more than it already is. It's got a few little scuffs and little bends here and there, but it's kind of what I wanted. Cool with it. Got the wiring harness clipped on. Reproduction harness. This clip didn't line up with the hole, so I just snapped it off, got it out of the way, and just put a zip tie. Got the ground hooked up. Other ground hooked up. There's your pigtail for the light. Everything will run down in that channel, nice and neat, out of the way. Another pigtail for your light, and this will plug into your harness. Not too bad, fairly easy. It's been a minute. Got one side done. Ran into some issues here. You see these little squares here, right? Look at this light. They line up with these squares here on the light. And either the bucket's not 100% right, which is very possible with reproduction parts, or the light is not 100% right. So what I ended up doing on this side, I had to take my little multi-tool, and it was actually easier to trim this back a little bit than it was to trim that. So these light got trimmed just a little bit here and on one of the other ears, and it fit down in there finally nicely. Got this one trimmed up like I was talking about. I'll show you. So you got these little ears here. That's how they normally look. Little trim right there, little trim right there. To quote a really good friend of mine that's been around for a long time, that's been building hot rods longer than I've been on the earth, this is why they call it custom. You know, you got, you know, OEM factory grill that came off of some other truck, and you've got reproduction parts with aftermarket parts, and here you go. We are done. Of course, they still need to be adjusted. That's why it looks kind of weird. This needs to be probably, you know, you tighten up that adjusting screw. We got to remove the bezel, right? And then tighten up the adjusting screw and then move these in, move them out. But I wanted to kind of see what they look like. I wanted to show you all what they look like. I don't know which one's low beam. I don't know which one's high beam, but they work. Both of them work. I've tried both. Anyway, I've tried both of them. Both of them do work. One of them's low, one of them's high. Either way, they both work. Really cool. Well, we're getting ready to put the grill on, and before we put the grill on, we had to put the core support in, which wasn't no big deal. Slides right in. And we wanted to go ahead and seal off, you know, as most of y'all know, we're not painting the truck. We're leaving it the original paint that's on there, but wanted to seal everything off before I put the grill on, because once you put the grill on, you can't get to any of this. So Dad went ahead and he did a matte sealer on the front fenders, a little bit up here, and then all this here. Turned out real good. You may not be able to tell the difference till I come over here. So see how that door is still real chalky, and that's not. That stuff looks awesome. It just makes it look a little bit deeper. You know, it's not shiny like a real bright clear or semi-gloss. It's just a matte. Looks really good. So the grill's in, worked out pretty okay. The truck was hit previously on this side. We bent the bumper back out, and you can see there's a little bit of damage here and there. So when we bolted everything together, everything kind of gets tweaked around, but I was able to get all three bolts on both sides, so 6 bolts is what holds the grill on. Looks good. There's a little bit of a gap here, and there's not one over there, and that's just because how everything's kind of tweaked a little bit on that one side, but works out good, looks great. And once the truck's not on these big rollers and these big huge tires, and it's actually at ride height on the ground, it's gonna look real nice. Guess we're fucking done. I tripped over there. Fucking corner. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. Well. Ah, damn. There you go. Yeah. Yep. Pick it up.